So, y'all remember the last video of the day? We got Aces signed Ja Wilson to largest contract in WNBA history.
Huge breaking news out of the WNBA. The Las Vegas Aces have made Asia Wilson the highest paid player in league
What y'all think?
history. It's been reported
3 years, 5
she's
mil?
signing a 3-year, $5 million supermax contract to return to the Aces. Wilson, a 4-time MVP, has led the Aces to 3 WNBA championships. As you can see there, the highest total contract value. Asia Wilson now at the top. She's also a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. She is now signed in Vegas through the 2028 season. Let's welcome in two of the best here. We have Eric Ayala, Tarika Foster-Brasby. Tarika, I'm going to start with you because I know it's warm in your home right now, and this is hot news. I mean, just look, is a woman being able to report this in the pay discrepancy we've seen for so long, this is fantastic news to report on.
It hits different.
Like, I don't think 5 million enough.
It really hits different. We've been wanting and waiting to say anything with $1 million contracts after it as it relates to the WNBA, but to really say that we are seeing the largest contract in WNBA history today.
Hey, that's good though.
At $5 million, and for it to be Asia Wilson, it just makes perfect sense. Asia Wilson.
I gotta see how Ben feels about this. I know this girl.
Catapulted this Las Vegas Aces team over the last several years, and this is a team that
like, it's crazy. If you were an NBA 4-time MVP with 3 championships, you would get at least about like 30 mil.
Like, this is a place that
at
she
least
has played her entire career.
But to do all that and only get
she has embraced the culture there. There is the standard of excellence that she has helped to be set with this Las Vegas market. And so if there was any owner, if there was any team that was going to make sure that they took care of their star, I think I feel comfortable in saying I knew in the pit of my stomach that it was going to be Las Vegas taking care of Asia Wilson. So incredibly exciting for her, and even more so for her agent, Jade Lee English at Clutch Sports. I mean, again, we talk about women doing incredible things. This is a woman who negotiated her contract, and a black woman at that. And so we feel really good today on seeing Asia be able to hold yet another record.
Yes, indeed. Tarika said so much there. And I also looked to what Nikki Fargas said from the organization about the news. She talked about Asia Wilson not just setting all of those records like Tarika just said, but doing so, quote, with the utmost confidence, authenticity, and grace. This is what endears people to Asia Wilson, and by proxy, the Las Vegas Aces and the WNBA. She has been so loyal, whether you look at what she's done, as Tarika said, being a #1 draft pick, staying with the Aces,
she was
but
#1
also how she has that passion and drive for her hometown, her home state of South Carolina, and of course that women's basketball program that she, alongside her head coach Dawn Staley, have helped grow and catapult to what it is now. This seems very fitting. Like Tarika, there was really no doubt that Asia Wilson was going to be one of these people. If anything, I think also going back to what Nikki Fargas said, the news coming out today as we get ready for training camps over the weekend is because of that love and that passion and that leadership that Asia Wilson also has. We knew she was going to get paid, and
just in 3 days,
the higher ups in the front office
training camp
had to make sure that everyone else could get paid. And a part of this announcement for the Aces is that with Asia Wilson, they have upward of 90% of their scoring from last season.
90%.
Now, it was a little bit of a rocky season.
Did they double team in the WNBA?
They lost by 50-plus points at one time to the Minnesota Lynx, but they hopped back, got through a very young and scrappy Indiana Fever squad in the semifinals to get to a finals. And
I do also want to watch the best of the WNBA highlights for the finals. So we might do that soon. But I was low-key thinking, since my other video got blocked or partially blocked, I was going to wait till the season start.
Yet another championship.
Since it's already about to start
MVP, no surprises here.
Completely deserving, according to the both of you, and I don't think a single person will argue. Tarika, let me ask you this, and when we look at other sports, you know, when we see a contract like this, and we always ask, how does this reset the market? What will be, do you think, kind of the effect that we see with other contracts, or maybe somebody that's coming up across the WNBA?
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly sure that you will see an impact this year, because I think if anyone deserves this contract and would probably be the first to get a contract like this, it should be Asia Wilson. She's the best player in the league, hands
Mm.
down. And you typically reserve these types of contracts for the best players. But what I think this does is certainly open up an opportunity for other players. Now, the only other player that's receiving right now a supermax contract is Kelsey Mitchell in Indiana, and it's only for 1 year for her.
How
However,
much she
she's
get?
another player who's entirely put her career in Indiana and has deservedly so meant so much to that team and that franchise that she should be receiving a supermax contract to play and continue to play there. But I do think that what this does is help set a precedent of what the expectation is when you start to play at the level and reach the level of excellence that Asia Wilson has been able to attain.
And I think what Tarika is saying is, yes, this is going to take some time for us to figure out how it resets the market. And the market got reset with that new collective bargaining agreement. So now it's just about knowing that these are athletes and this is the money that...
Two Finals MVP, 4 most valuable player, 5 all WNBA, 3 Player of the Year. I ain't gonna lie, like two, I was thinking in my head, like just imagine getting all this right here, and all your worth is 5 million. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just can't imagine that, bro. Like how draining that has to be. Because I feel like it might make people not even want to. I mean, I'm not gonna say 5 million isn't a lot of money, but like to be able to get all this and that's all you get, like I wonder how she feels about that. You know what I'm saying?
the teams have to deal out and to play with.
Like if she
I
thinks
think
that's
what's also
enough.
going to be interesting to see is how there's a balance between getting players like Asia Wilson, Kelsey
Especially as
Mitchell.
she gets
You
older
could
too.
argue that like a Brianna Stewart. We saw Kelsey Plum effectively taking a Turk Wendell style deal. For my baseball fans, you know a little bit something about that. Turk Wendell likes the number 9, but I think also what we're going to see is that the league in this CBA is going to still have to get crafty, because there are a lot of players that definitely deserve a pay increase, and not all of them are going to reach the $1 million level with the way the collective bargaining agreement is set. And so not only how does that change the market for
But I
individual
did hear the bargaining thing is like getting them more money though.
players, but
Maybe a couple more, weeks or months they'll be able to get a lot more.
if and how
Or maybe a starting season.
will these, or I should say, how will these individual players also utilize the market to perhaps think about the team? Because winning championships is still front of mind for a lot of these athletes, and they want to be able to do that with players that they've been working with. Again, if we look at the Aces, they shored up Chelsea Gray. They were able to bring back, Jackie Young, and now have Asia Wilson. They want to be able to do that for several years to come, because we know it's not just looking for one championship or 2 or 3. The Aces wanted
Did the Aces even get a draft? Oh no, that's the college. Wait, yeah. Yeah, did they get a pick
to join
in a draft?
the 4 championship club. They're on.
Because I wasn't watching press conferences, bro, but I ain't gonna lie, like, that shit, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not the type of nigga to watch interviews, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
The brink of being able to do
It'd be like a snooze fest,
that,
bro. I'm gonna be honest
especially
with you.
with this news today. So I think it does, yes, change the market for individuals.
But I'll probably, like, what I'll probably do instead is when they do the training camps, I'll probably just do that. Like, if they have a training camp for each team and they record it, I'll react to each training camp instead of just doing press conferences.
And
Like, then I'll react to them on their new team. So.
it has the potential to also change the landscape under this new CBA and how we think of, air quote, super teams.
So let's go from super teams is a good point here. Let's go from the business of ball to the actual court. And when it comes to the Aces, obviously defending champs, and that was a sweep. I mean, now they have Asia Wilson locked up. Erica, I'll start with you as the season is just around the corner. Your outlook for the Aces this season?
I mean, it's looking great. I will say, I was asked early to do some predictions, and I did have the Las Vegas Aces making the final last year in my preseason predictions. Now, there were times throughout the season where I questioned that, but it remains a team that has to consider a contender because of all of the things that I just said. They have not gotten rid of their core. Yes, Kelsey Plum did move on, and I think that at times you saw them struggle without Plum, and they figured it out with the leadership that they have. So, yes, I do think that the Las Vegas Vegas Aces will be a team. They, of course, are the team to beat because they are going to come into the season as the reigning champions and will hope to make up the playoffs, which I think, looking at their roster, they should be able to do so they can then defend that title. But absolutely, anytime you have Asia Wilson on your team, as Tarika mentioned, the best player in women's basketball right now, yes, you absolutely have a chance at a title.
I would even add to that they're continuing to even get better. I mean, it was also announced today that Kennedy Carter, who had not played since 2024 with the Chicago Sky, will also be joining the Las Vegas Aces. And
For
so
sure.
now
Injured or
we're
something?
adding additional scoring firepower. Kennedy Carter is a player who can score on all three levels and just really has a defensive presence about her that adds to that defensive identity that they have in Las Vegas. So they also returned Alyssa Smith. Like, there is just so many pieces to this team that already knows and understands the culture, and adding that additional piece like a Kennedy Carter just kind of helps to fine tune those little things that maybe they didn't start off fast enough with last season. But there's no reason to think that the reigning champions won't be a contender. And again, 2025 gave us a very clear view that it doesn't really matter how you start, but it absolutely matters how you finish. And while there were moments where this Las Vegas team didn't even look like they were going to even make a playoff, they turned it around.
To lose by, hey, you gotta give them that credit. To lose by 50 and then end up winning a championship that same year is kind of
The
insane,
one and
bro.
only Asia
That has to be some type of history.
Wilson, and ended up on top yet again. So I think you'd be crazy to not think that this is a team that will easily try to contend and will defend their championship. I'm not ready to predict a champion just yet, but I think I feel pretty safe with saying no one would be
Hey, when the season starts and I watch all the training camps and I learn all the teams, I'll pick a team too. That win.
surprised to see the Aces back in the WNBA finals.
No need to make a prediction yet. We got a long time for that, but today is a day to be celebrated for Asia Wilson and for women's sports in general. Guys, it was such an honor. I should say.
Hey, we're gonna bring like the women's sports, man. I told y'all.
It was such an honor to talk about.
When I get up there, any WNBA team that want to, what I'm saying, have me, record behind the scenes. I used to record when I used to play football back in the day when I got injured. WNFL too. So me know, man. College too.
Breaking news with you. WNBA, do want to mention 20 games this season on CBS. You will also be able to stream those on Paramount Plus.
All right. Shout out Asia Wilson. What's up, her? Well, thank you for today. Thank you for allowing Asia Wilson to just, show off for women's sports and just help women's sports get a lot more light. Like I said, and I told you a lot of times too, when I get up there, I want to be able to bring light to women's sports, whether it's recording for the team or, just being backstage with them and making bonds with them, so that, they can get their recognition that they deserve. Just help everybody be able to stay healthy, just make a good WNBA season, just help the WNBA and all the women's sports keep going up. But we live with nothing without you. Seven T-shirts on dreams, from this YouTube world, watching Seven T-shirt dreams. Help all the women out there that want to be, a sports player or just in general, be able to, chase their dreams and, not really focus on, men or, a partner until you send them theirs. But we live with nothing without you. Show us like life here for us and our family. Something maybe. Something. I love y'all, man. Jesus loves y'all. More videos tomorrow. Y'all stay safe, man. Shout out Asia Wilson. Shout out Bam. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Prayers to Bam too. I know he got injured, but at least his girls putting on for WNBA. But I love y'all. More videos today or tomorrow. Y'all stay safe, man. Make good decisions. So.